What is up, everybody? It is your boy Robbie Daggett back again with some Honkai Impact 3rd, and in this one we're going to be going over some beginner tips to help you if you're just starting out or thinking about starting out very soon in this game. So this game came out it's been out for about a month. It came out April 2018. This is the global server for sure, just in case you're not sure. So let's jump right in. So first thing I'm going to do is explain the HUD, the crazy HUD here. I know there's a lot of buttons here, so first things first, player level, and player name in here. You can actually click this button on, and it'll show you a lot more stuff. There's my thumbs up. There's my character that I'm sharing right now, and you can change that by hitting select. You'll get some prompts there. You can manually select or set it to automatically select it, but basically you can just use your strongest character for right here, and that'll be the character that shows up on your ID card when friends see you and everything. So it'll show you a couple of things: your current experience, your current level. We've got our name here, and then you get a little message here, and then there's a little bit more information. It shows my armada and my co-op level. To change your name, guys, you go right here. It's the edit name button. It'll let you edit your name, and to change the little description under your name, you can hit edit info. You can also lock your account in, so that you can log in on multiple devices and stuff. As you can see, I've got some links right here, and then the display will show if you want to show off your strongest Valkyries. This is where you can change your display so that when people click on you and are checking you out, they can kind of look at your equipment and everything too. And then you've got a message board that you can set and edit and everything too. So there's actually a lot going on in that first little menu here, where you click on your captain icon here. There's also, you'll be checking this a lot as a new player. This is an achievements menu. In here you'll be getting lots of gems, lots of money. As a new player, you'll need all that stuff, and you'll be getting tons of it. And then, as you can see, it's all achievement based, so this will ramp off, or it will kind of taper off as you play longer. So be careful with those gems that you first get as a new player, because it'll seem like you have a lot, but you really don't have as much, because there isn't a great way to farm in-game currency in this game. I think right now it is milestone based, but you can farm about 50 of this currency a day naturally without any money, free to play, which is pretty cool. We've also got equipment album and emblem gallery. We'll talk about emblems a little bit. You basically have to work for your emblems in this game, so when you do have more emblems, you'll be able to equip more of them. And then the equipment album is just showing you all the gear in the game right now. So very important, because as a new player, your name is going to be a bunch of numbers, so you want to be able to change your name so that your friends can recognize you. Moving on to the right, we've got our stamina gauge. Yes, unfortunately, this is a stamina-based game right here, so we've got the stamina gauge here. If you click on it, it'll give you an option to exchange crystals for stamina, which you pretty much never want to do. And then the same thing with gold, you never want to do that. But gold is very precious in this game, so when you do get it, make sure you don't spend it on anything you don't like or don't feel like you're going to be using. And then last thing here is, this is our premium currency in the game. It's the blue gems. Yeah, so if you click on that, it'll just take you to the shop so you can buy a bunch of stuff if you want to. So we won't talk about that yet. So moving on, down below our name and level, we've got our mail. So you can check your mail here. You can also, you might be getting mail from your armada. I know vice leaders can send mails to everybody. Then the friends list here, and there's a couple of cool things you can do in the friends list. Not only can you see all your friends, but if you play multiplayer a lot with some people, if you have like a sort of more of a static group, then you're gonna notice these little smiley faces here, and it's an affiliation level. When you max it out, you get some buffs for running with those players, basically. So if I run with F dash, I get if we co-op together, we get 15% more co-op experience. We get 10 more friendship points every single time we do a round together. So that's pretty cool. And then when we take him on support missions, when we take him as a support to do our missions, we have a 60% cooldown on when we can use him again, which means we can use them about every 45 minutes without the 60% cooldown. It's going to be 2 hours between times you can use your friend units. And then we get 10 extra friendship points for bringing him along, so that's pretty cool too. The other thing we could do here is we could actually whisper him if we wanted to. We could view his armada, and then we can also visit his base. Real quick, let's visit his base so I can show you some stuff. The things you can do here, you can give 5 of these thumbs up a day. I mean, it's worth doing, especially when you run out of stamina. The other cool thing we can do here is it'll actually give us an option to repair his base. So it says that his command center is pretty damaged. Would you like to repair it? This requires 1 license and a Honkai Beast Paw. And then it says we'll get rewards and he'll get stuff for it too. So if you've got extra items, sometimes this will ask you for something like stamina or something crazy like that. So if you got extra items, if you got extra time, make sure you're going into your friends' bases and giving them the thumbs up and also fixing anything they might have broken. So that's really all I wanted to show you there. It'll also give you like an option to add just randoms if you need to build up your friends list. If you want to add me as a friend, you can go ahead. Feel free. The other things we've got here, below that, is we've got our settings. Talk about settings here. We could change the vocals to Japanese, Chinese, different settings for BGM, sound effects. CV is character voice. So just in case you didn't know. There's also a battery settings option that we don't have on right now. You can also customize your graphics. Very, very cool. I wish more games had this, but you can actually turn the graphics settings, change them to however you need to for your phone or for your battery life. Very cool there. You can set the contrast. You can turn on push notifications or not. I would recommend turning them on if you're playing this game pretty hardcore, because it'll notify you when stuff's going on that you need to come in there and mess around with. The rest of this is just like stuff preferential stuff, honestly. And then the server, I'm in the Americas, so GMT -5 is where I'm at right now. Very cool. That's your settings menu. And then below that you got missions. I actually use this menu. You're going to be using this menu a lot. There's a lot going on in here. There's story missions, there's going to be daily missions, and there's going to be event missions going on. So the event mission is going to change just week to week, but very, very important to keep an eye on that. We won't talk about that much this time, but the daily missions, so there's a couple of things going on here. Daily missions here. For right now, every time you log in, you're going to get 60 free stamina. So I would say spend your stamina before you claim this, so that you are still gaining stamina, so that you just get the most possible stamina that you can get. But everything in here is basically these are basically just dailies, and they're not hard to do at all. As you can see, you can consume a total of 100 stamina. That's going to be doable. Complete 2 Armada commissions. We'll talk a little bit about commissions in a little bit. Clear 2 event stages. So as you can see, it's really easy stuff that we're probably going to do anyway. But there is dailies for it. And you do get bonuses. So how these little icons are called duties. And as you can see, you get 10 duty for just claiming the stamina. You get like 20 duty for consuming 100 stamina, and these will change every day, these missions. And as you can see, everything will give you a different amount of stamina, different amount of duty for what you have to do. And this will add up, so daily, so this is how much we've gotten today, this is how much we've gotten all week, and these are rewards. So if you're playing every day, you'll be able to get these rewards rather easily. So if we get to 500 duty for the week, we're going to get a Shadow Dash Fragment and some crystals. Very nice. And then if we get to 1,000, which will take you about all week to get this done, honestly, we'll get some even more stuff. So that's really cool. Just wanted to show you that. As you gain duty for the day, when you climb, you will be unlocking these tiers of rewards, basically. So you want to be, when you come in here, and you've done your duties, you will see these glowing, and you want to click them because it's going to give you these items. As you can see, it's another way to get crystals. So you want to be maximizing all your chances to get crystals in this game. So make sure you're doing those dailies, because you will get free crystals for that, and it's it's pretty worth it. Otherwise, let's look at the story mission section. I actually find the world map to be rather confusing in this game, so this is kind of where I go to see what I have to do next. And there are basically rewards for completing these things, and right here it'll tell you if it's storyline. So this is a storyline mission, and then these are like side quests right here. Hard quests will give you shards, so you can farm character shards in this game. We'll talk about that in a second. When you first complete the hard nodes, it will give you shards, and then you can actually go back into the nodes up to 2 or 3 times a day for a chance at additional shards. So we'll talk about that a little later. So yeah, whenever I'm lost, I just go into the missions tab and I see what I have to do. It's very, very easy to kind of figure out where you are, and when you click on it, it'll take you straight there. It'll tell you the recommended level up here, and whether it's normal, hard, or supreme, and it'll show you all the first clear drops and everything. So if we wanted to do hard mode, we could switch to that. As you can see, we're going to get 2 Valkyrie Ranger shards for completing that, so we're definitely going to get that done later. Very, very cool. Alright, other than that, this is the announcements tab. This is where you can read all the news and stuff. The news is pretty wordy, but it is really worth it. They hide a lot of really cool information in here, and there's no other way to learn it besides reading it. So when you're on the toilet or something, or when you have a spare second, make sure you do read the announcements, because it's pretty important stuff, honestly. Below that, you've got your check-in rewards. So this is basically the May sign-in rewards. Basically just free stuff for signing in, so that's really cool. But that's how you check it. And then there's a feedback button that we won't worry about. That's just how you figure all that, how you leave feedback for the game devs if you need to. And then there's world chat. You've got Armada chat. You've got system chat, I guess if the system's sending you any messages. And then you've got whispers. Whispers is an important tab, because if someone sends you a friend invite and you miss the first invite, you'll see like this green icon come across the screen, and it'll tell you got an invite, but it's really easy to miss. So if you do miss it, you can come in here, click on the invite in here, and it'll take you straight to that party. So that's really cool. Something I wish I knew when I first started this game. Besides that, you want to keep an eye on this little icon right here in the middle of the screen, because this is where it's going to show you possible events going on in the game right now. So if you see like a little red icon, it'll be like a little red dot. That means go in there and get something. Go in there and get your stuff. Basically on this one, you're gonna see like a red icon when you first log in, pretty much almost every day. And when you click on it, it actually takes you to a different banner, limited supply area screen that you can't get to anywhere else. So make sure that you are clicking these links just in case, and this will take you straight to basically this event going on right now. Alright, so when we hit, so we're gonna work top up here. So attack button, this is basically another way to get to the world map and to your missions. It'll take you to where you were last kind of messing around, and then if we click world map down here in the bottom right corner, this will take us back to the world map so that we can look at what's going on and everything today. So you can go to all the storyline missions from here, and then you can also click on the events tab. Every single day this weekday event will change, and you want to go in there and do your daily runs basically. So as you can see, I think I've got one more run that I need to go in here and do before the end of today, so we will definitely do that. And then as you level up, you'll unlock basically ways to get better items. You need these items to level up gear, these drops. You need them to level up gear and equipment in the game, so you want to be leveling that stuff up. You want to be getting that stuff and doing those runs as many times as you can a day. I believe it's about 2 runs a day. Next to that will be like the daily challenge. This changes every day. Today we get some co-op EXP materials. Today this is a co-op mission, it'll tell you that right there. And we get some EXP mats for creature types, looks like. And then there is also another co-op boss event going on where we can farm a new weapon. So that's pretty cool. beginner training somewhere you'll spend a lot of time as a new player as you get stronger. There are 33 nodes in here that you can complete, and you can only do one every 8 hours, so basically about 3 a day. So you want to be getting through this. You'll get some nice first-time rewards like experience, and then these Honkai energy pieces are really, really rare in this game, so you want to be collecting those and saving those. That's beginner training. And then right now we've got the Yay Sakura events going on, so we've got these. And then the Infinity Abyss is a place where you basically, it's like a tower kind of situation, and it only stays open for certain periods of time, and then it kind of closes, and then it kind of recalculates. And you basically want to do this and get as far as you can, because as you can see, if we can get to the next zone, if we can get our battles in and get to the next zone, we can actually get ourselves better rewards here. So if we could stay into the retention zone, we'll be getting 8,000 gold and 100 crystals versus 8,000 gold and 60 crystals. The more crystals, the better, so you definitely want to be climbing as much as you can. So I'll be in here later, climbing in here for sure. And then that's everything in the single player section. There's EX stuff, but we don't have that yet. Or I don't have that yet. And then this is the co-op menu, where you can see all the co-op missions going on for the day. And then if I wanted to create a team, I could do that right here. This will let me broadcast an invite for just randoms, and then this will let me select all my friends who are hopefully online. It'll tell you if they're online, so very cool there. You just click on the plus and it'll send them an invite, and hopefully they join your party. You can also say, I know we do this a lot on stream, we're going to post a code. You can just tap this button, it'll let you paste a code wherever you need to. And then you've got co-op talents here. This is like another, as you do co-op missions, you'll level up and you'll unlock additional passives that actually can make your character quite a bit stronger, or say tankier, and you can kind of build it however you want. There's also a quick link here to get to the co-op shop. It's the same button. It'll basically take you the same place as the supply menu, so we'll talk about it all when we get there. Under attack, we've got the Valkyrie Jam menu here. This is where you'll see all your characters, all their outfits, and you can mess with all their stigmatas. So stigmatas in this game, let me go over this really quick, because this was something I was so confused about when I first started. This is basically like gear for your characters. This is like basically look at this, like this is up, middle, lower. This is like a hat. This is like a belt. This is like shoes, basically. That's how you want to look at it. For different stigmatas, will basically have like different passes and stuff. So certain stigmata sets are best for certain characters and certain character types. It'll even tell you. So when we're clicking on a stigmata to break, it'll tell you what you get for just equipping the stigmata, and then it'll tell you what you get for having the set. So if we had 3 of this, we would be able to get increased crit by 40%. So that's the basic crit enhancement for having all 3 of the set. And if we had just 2 of these, we would at least get increased crit damage by 30%, and then all the other stuff it talks about. But if you only have 1 piece, you're not getting these set skills, so just keep that in mind. And then there's an affixed skill too, which is a little bit more advanced. We'll talk about that when we go into more advanced topics. But as you can see, right now this is a really noob set. It's Charlotte. You'll basically start the game at this. If you have all 3 pieces, you get basic physical damage plus 8%, and then the 3rd piece will give you increased defense by 20% during battle. Pretty nice. So I wanted to go into that. And then these, the stigmatas, you absolutely have to level them up and upgrade them, just like a weapon or anything. So, and then this is our weapon too. So same deal with the weapons. Lots of weapons here. You basically use this menu to level your weapon up. Oops. Use this menu. You actually have to click on the weapon itself. This is your upgrade and enhancement menu here. If you've played other mobile games, you know exactly how this works. And if you want to change your weapon, you hit edit. So click on the icon itself to upgrade and enhance it. Click on the edit icon to actually change the weapon. And then from this menu, you can actually do all sorts of stuff too. So let's look at Valkyrie Ranger, since she's my example one right now. There's a lot of information here, but if we wanted more information on this type of Kiana, as you can see, there's other types of Kianas. Different outfits have totally different skill sets, different moves, different abilities, all that stuff. So if you wanted to find out more information, we can look here. It tells you what her type of damage is. Really, really cool. Gives you like a stat bar here. And then it also will show you who she can kind of QTE with. QTEs are quick time intervals. Quick time events is what they're called in this game. And basically what they are is a tag team attack. Like if you've played like Marvel versus Capcom or something, it's basically a tag team attack. But they do lots of damage, and you want to be using them as much as possible in this game. So you'll get pretty familiar with this menu, because this will show you how you're actually going to QTE with other characters that you might have. And then it'll give you some equipment advice. If you're a new player, it's beautiful stuff to look at. And then even some advanced advice in here. So very cool. This is basically advice for when you before level 50 and then after level 50 advice, basically. So let's back out of there. We can also, this is like the skill menu here. You will level up through here. You just like click on the button. It'll show you some stuff. Let's actually look at a character who we have yet to complete. So her, this is perfect. Every time you see one of these red dots, that means you have skills that can be upgraded. So you want to pay attention to what skills you're upgrading, because this menu is going to be completely different when you're using another character. It will be completely different. So right here, you've got freaking like Shadowless Blade, and I'm not going to go over this. I'm not going to read this to you because this video is going to end up being too long. But come in here and get familiar with your Valks, because this will show you additional ways. Like here's the QTE, Shadow Blade. Triggers QTE and enters battle when the enemy is stunned. So this tells me that if I have another character that can stun, that I can use this QTE. I can use this ability and do tons of damage, basically. For this ability, this is basically just tons of AoE damage, so that's really good. And then as you level up, you'll unlock abilities that can be turned on and off, so you want to pay attention to those too. As you level up though, these abilities will cost, not only do they cost skill points, so you got to pay attention to these, and these come back. If you run out, they just come back after some time, so I would never say to use crystals to give yourself more skill points. Just wait and be patient and you'll get some more. But you want to watch out, because as you level up, these will start costing, as you can see, more and more coins. And you will definitely go broke if you try to just level up every character all at once. So try to play with the characters the game gives you, and take your time with them, learn about them, and basically just basically just be careful. Yeah, just basically be careful, because you can totally blow your entire load of money here. Okay, another cool thing I'm going to show you is character shards. So you're going to have a certain amount of characters unlocked when you first start, and you'll unlock some other ones just from logging in or playing the game. But let's show you how, let's say, like this character. I've wanted Divine Prayer since I started the game. As you can see, I'm only 8 shards away, 8 fragments away from maxing her out. What I can actually do here is click this obtain button, and it will let you farm those character shards. It'll take you to the node on the map as long as you have it available. As you can see, I'm not to this part yet, so this stage is still locked, so we can't click on that. But it'll take you straight to that part of the game where you have a chance at getting this character. I will say, the chance for these drops is about 25%. So there might be days you farm 0 shards. You run this 3 times and you farm 0 shards. If you wanted to whale out, you totally could. You could just like blow crystals. I wouldn't recommend this at all, but you could blow crystals to replenish these runs. so you get more chances. I wouldn't recommend that, but the 25% chance can be kind of depressing, but it is really, really exciting when you do get that character kind of leveled up and finished out. And in this game, as you can see, certain characters have grades. We've got some S's here, we've got some A's. Every character starts at about a B, unless their base is higher. There's base A's and there's base S's in this game. But the characters that start at B, they can go to triple S being the highest grade that you can possibly attain. And how you're going to do that is you're basically going to collect those character shards by either doing pulls or just doing daily runs. So I've been doing daily runs and pulls also, and that's how I've gotten my Valkyrie Ranger to an S, and that's how I have 30 out of 100 fragments. When I get to 100 out of 100 fragments, she will be a double S. So that's how the ranking up works in this game. Actually very, very simple and not too bad at all. Alright. Moving on. We've got the equipment menu. This will basically let you look at all your stuff. You can also level up your stuff from here. So you can level up weapons, you can level up stigmata, you can level up materials. Materials you can basically just sell or use. So this is going to be where your items go. This item, if you ever see it, get it right away. It's really, really rare. It's basically a stamina potion, and they don't give us very many in this game at all. This is your EXP, 50% more Captain EXP chip, usable by captains level 50 and below. Okay, super important. When you log in every day, you're going to get one of these. Make sure that you're using them, or that you just use them, period, before you hit level 50, because after level 50 you can't use them anymore, and it's a total waste. If you still have any. This is a small pop. During events, you might sometimes get some of these, and they give you some stamina. And then these Homu treasures, you just sell these for coins, though. You just basically sell these for coins. And that's all we'll go over in the materials menu, because that's really all that's important. But to sell, you just click max, boom, 20k, that we really desperately need. So gold is really, really precious in this game. Can't say that enough. This is where you can look at how many shards you have for all your characters total, just like your spare shards. Then there is a craft menu, and this, you don't have to worry too much about this, honestly. You'll see a little red icon though when you can actually craft a new item. Below that, we've got our base. Okay, so this is where you'll basically spend your time when you are out of stamina, or when you don't have time to really play the game. Here in your command center, and I have this kind of leveled up, so you're not going to have all this stuff unlocked. But when you do finally unlock the command center, I wanted to show this specifically because this is pretty important. There's quests in here that you don't have to do manually, but that you do get either an item or like some experience, or a combination of both, as you can see right here. So say you wake up in the morning, you're a little bit late, you gotta work, so you're not gonna be able to play for hours. If you know that, and you know you'll be able to recover some stamina, and you might as well use some stamina if you're not gonna be able to play, you can come in here and do these missions which cost. And when you hit go, it'll basically tell you what you need for that specific mission. It says at least 2 characters for this one, and we will get all this. And then it'll basically just let you select all your characters. So we're not going to do this mission right now because it costs stamina. But we can do this one. It says it's going to cost us 1 creature, 1 psychic, 1 Kiana. So depending on the rank of the mission, it's going to have a different cost. So this one, to do this one, will cost me 2 characters. So we could take, some characters we might not be using right now anyway. And they're doing this mission, as you can see, 4 hours, and you can actually fast forward this with these green items right here. So boom, we could be completely done if we wanted to, and you could do that with any of the missions here. But I just wanted to show this to you just in case, because you can still basically play this game if you don't have a lot of time and aren't able to play, and you will get some really nice items for it. And then each base is gonna have like its own level up kind of skill tree, so to speak. So there's actually a lot going on here. I'm going to touch on this more in its own video, I think, because this video is already getting a bit long. So we won't talk too much about the base, but there is a lot of stuff going on here, and there is a way to get passive stats for your characters, also passive money by leveling up your refinery, and the command center is basically a must-have. So that's pretty cool. Alright, we only have a few more things to talk about. We've got the supply shop, and then we've got the Armada. The Armada is basically your guild in this game. We'll talk about this in another video, because we don't really need to go too crazy in here talking about the Armada. I think that could be its own video. Let's just talk about supply really quick. So supply, every day. As a new player, there's pretty much one thing in here I want to show you, and this is going to be, there's 3 items in your logistics terminal that are going to cost money. And they're usually pretty worth it. If you ever see character shards in there that costs any gold, buy it right away. And then the other stuff, as you play longer, as you play more, you'll know more what to take, what not to take, what's worth it and what's not worth it. But today, for me, everything seemed worth it. So I was like, oh wow, yeah, I'm buying all this stuff. So you'll see these dots if you can't buy it anymore. Let's freeze. And then, otherwise in here, this is a place you can spend your Honkai energy and your gold and silver stuff. Lots going on in the shop. There's an event shop for when events are going on, and then your Armada terminal. This Ranger reputation is basically our Armada tokens, and we'll talk more about that, but you can use those Armada tokens to buy up to 2 supply cards. So it's basically two pools every month, which is really good. And then there's the co-op shop. This is co-op experience. You get this currency for running co-op missions, and we can buy Stigmata leveling up materials for it right now. So wow, a whole lot going on in this first video. The last thing I actually want to show off is just how easy it is to do your story, do your last story mission. So let's say we wanted to do, I don't know, say we wanted to do that storyline mission, but I'm not going to click that right now. Say we wanted to do this one. Super easy to do. We just go in here, we jump in, we get started, boom. So I'm going to cut this video off here because it is getting a little long. And in the next video, I'm gonna show you more how we'll talk more about some of the other things. I'll give you some more advanced tips. We'll talk about maybe combat. I'll give you some combat tips, and you know, we'll have tons more of these videos. I hope this wasn't too long. If you stayed till the end, I really appreciate you staying till the end. If you have any suggestions, any questions, any comments, please leave them down below in the comments section. Thank you so much for coming by, hitting that thumbs up, showing some support. Again, my name is Rabbi Dagger, and it's been a pleasure being your host on this episode. Best of luck in your Honkai experience. If you need anything, you know where to find me. Thank you so much for being here, and I'll catch you later.